Hello and welcome in this web video in which I'm going to demonstrate you how you can install the web publication platform on a local machine with Visual Studio, Community Edition and SQL Server, the SQL Express version. And based on that, you can easily apply the steps I take in another environment with a different SQL Server environment and eventually with a different solution where you're going to host your web application via IIS or other platforms for publishing your content. I'm here on the Sparks Score WPP.nl website, and when I'm on this website I'm able to scroll a little bit downwards, and here you see the two add-ons that are available for this website, and there is the web publication platform available. I go to this page, there is some description about the WPP, the web publication platform, but here there are a number of buttons, and for today especially the download button is one of the most important. And first let's go and take a look whether my documents directory is empty, not fully. So I take this one, and now I am going to this web page, to the download page. There is a description here about this solution, but for us, two zip files are of main importance. The first one is the web application, and here it is downloaded, and that is a web forms application running on the .NET platform, and that one we will take a look at later on. And here the script file, and here is a full script file with all these elements. Okay, and let's go there, and I'm going here to this file, and here I'm going to say let's extract everything in the downloads directory, and now you can see that it creates a file here, and I'm going also to do this with my downloads over here with my WPP demo, and I'm also going to unzip everything here, and let's run this here, and you can now see that it created a directory with a subdirectory, and this directory you can start the web application here, but I will move this to a directory in which I'm going to work today. And again, here you can imagine that most of the time you will install this in a manner based on your configuration of your server or your local machine. Okay, so it copies all these elements, and in the same time I am going to my SQL Server environment, since we are now going to work with a SQL Server database. I'm going to connect to my local instance, the SQL Express version I am using here, and I'm going to look here at the database. There are a number of databases, but I'm going to create a new database, and as you can imagine, I'm giving it the name WPP Demo, and here we are, and this is the database I am going to create. Okay, here it is, and the next step is that I am going to open that SQL file that I unzipped in the downloads directory. So open a file, navigate to downloads, and there is a directory WPP demo full, and there is an SQL file that we are going to use. And yes, let's run this one here, and I'm going to say it has to load this file for a moment, so let's giving it time. And now I can run this script, and you can see here those are both enterprise architect tables for an enterprise architect repository, and some extra tables which are starting with the num WEB for web, from the web side. I'm going to run this script. This takes a while, And in the same time, I am going to my Visual Studio Community Edition. And I'm going to say, please open my solution. And that solution I stored, and here I have the possibility to open a website. Let's do so. And here you can see that on my folder there where I placed the material, there is this file with its subfiles, but this is the starting point for my web application. Take some time to load, and here you can now see that we can take a look at the web config file, and in the web config file we will see that there is a connection to the database I just created on my instance. And you can imagine here that in your situation this is different. Here you can give a different database name, and here even a different database engine instance, and eventually you want to add extra things for passwords and usernames, etc., everything you want. We are going to take a look at whether the SQL script it is still running, but you will see that it will be created later on, and when it is there we can go and see whether these applications in combination are running. Okay, SQL script is finished and everything is succeeded, and I'm go now to this application, and in the Community Edition of Visual Studio I'm going to press here the button for creating these elements, and I have to save this. So here we can see that I have to save the solution. So let's do so, and now you will see that it will continue. It takes a little time to load, and let me see. So let it take some time to start, because in the same time I can show you in SQL Server Express that there are now a number of tables. And yes, let it expand, and here you see the things that we are familiar with. These are the tables available from Enterprise Architect. All those tables start with a name T, and let it load, and when they are there you will also see that there are a number of tables which are starting with the name web. Here are all the tables necessary for running Sparks Enterprise Architect, but here at the bottom there are a number of tables available that you can, where the information about the web publication platform is stored. And here we see that our web application is coming. It looks exactly the same as the website from where we started our information from. But now you can see, now we can navigate around. We see here that we have access to the web content, for example, all kinds of articles and white papers that you can publish here. So here you can see this material. But for now, most interesting is that we have the possibility to do some searching in the Sparks Enterprise Architect repository. For example, I can do a search on big data, and I can now take a look at, okay, please let me take a look at these elements. And now you will see that it will load this element, and I can see, this is part in the architectural building blocks, and there are things about mechanisms. Let's take a look there, and here we see there are a number of diagrams, and I can take a look at such a diagram. So you can see here that it will load the diagram, and now you can see that we can click around, and you can see here that you can click on the elements and do all the things you want. And for example, here there is a breadcrumb trail where you can click on, but even more interesting, there is also the possibility to use the repository explorer, and I can load it here, and here you have a tree-like browser structure as we are familiar with from Sparks Enterprise Architect. And here again we can take a look at the elements. Here are a number of diagrams, so let's take a look at that, and there is a diagram, and here an easy way to navigate around through the models that we do. So here basic information. One last step, that is what is important, because you see now that we have the web publication platform running. When you are going to modify the content of your repository, and the Sparks Enterprise Architect has to know where the diagrams are. So you have to make an export of the diagram. And therefore I created something easy for you. So we are going to create a connection to that SQL Server database. So I start Sparks Enterprise Architect now, and I'm going to create a connection. And since we have to create a full version of Sparks Enterprise Architect in combination with the WPP, there are some scripts included also. So I'm loading Sparks Enterprise Architect, and based on that I am going to create a new connection to my database. Okay, let's do so. And here is my link, and I'm going to create a connection to my SQL Server database. Again, I'm going to connect to my local SQL Express version, and I'm going to connect to the database which we just created. Okay, here we are, and I'm going to name this WPP demo, and I'm opening it, and you will see the diagrams that we are already familiar with, but now in Sparks Enterprise Architect. Okay, let's load the environment, and here it is. And now we are going to take a look at these diagrams, and these diagrams we like to export. Interesting, here we have here a possibility of export to WPP, and that is a script in which we can modify the script, the export of the diagrams. And here you see there is a map export to WPP, and here I have to modify this to the file in which my diagrams are stored. And now I can store this file path, and I can do a check here. And yes, here we see there's this file, and here is WPP demo and diagrams. And yes, this is exactly